my grandfather.
Hey everybody, today we have another unboxing. This is a dehumidifier. Right now we use 4 of them. Our house is roughly 2,000 square feet. We get about, between the 4 of them, about 5 to 7 gallons of water a day. And they're all set to shut off at 40% because you want it between 40 and 55%. And we do recycle the water. What we do in the summertime is we have 2 big trash cans outside, 55-gallon trash cans. We pour the water in those, and during the summer she uses them to water the flowers. In the wintertime you can use them for various things. You can put them in a bucket and use it to just dump in there in the back of your toilet, flush your commode. You don't even have to recycle the water. We just do it because we figure it's free water. This one is actually going to be for our attic because it stays humid up there. We also got a air purifier for the attic, but we didn't have a dehumidifier. So this was actually it's a discontinued, so it was marked way down, like at half price. Which it doesn't bother me if they're discontinued as long as it runs good, because I mean you got a 90-day warranty on it. So we'll test it out, check it out, make sure it works good, and then if it does, we'll make sure it works, put it in the attic. This one has the drain feature, so you can put a hose on the back. And what I'm going to do is, our attic is set up with the pull down in the garage where you pull down the steps. So I'm going to put a small hole to the side of that and run a garden hose out that, down along the wall into a bucket. That way I don't have to constantly go up there and dump it. It will drain down into a bucket. We'll watch the bucket. When the bucket gets full, we'll dump it, probably about once a day. But if worst case, if it does overflow, it's not going to hurt anything. It's in the garage, and there's going to be a pan underneath it, like the one that's hooked up to our hot water heater. So first thing I can tell you, it's packaged nicer than the Frigidairs were. It has this in it to keep it from moving around. The Frigidairs, we've had a lot of luck with those. We went to the newer style. Those have been working really good, but I didn't want to pay the top price for something that's going to be in the attic. And this brand is called Keystone. It's a Keystone brand. It has handles right here to pull it out. And I'll tell you right now, it weighs about 40 pounds. It's heavy. So that's usually a good indicator. If it's not real light, it means it's probably fairly well built. So we'll get our first look at it. Now, all of our dehumidifiers do have that option for the hose in the back. Where's it at? Right here. No, that's not it. That's the plug. I think it might be this. Okay, upon checking the manual, this is indeed where the drain hose will go. This pop out, the drain hose will screw onto it. Basically a garden hose. And then it will go down the length. We'll put it about halfway in the attic. It'll go down past the attic and down the bottom. I will also have a pan underneath this just in case this ever does leak, which hopefully it doesn't, but that's just in case. And I'll go up probably every other day and check, make sure everything's okay on it. So this also has this, if your it basically sticks right here. That way your hose, your power cord, you can just fold it back up and have it hanging on the back. The other one didn't have this. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's a nice little extra feature, but it's not a make or break. I don't know why they always do this for the cord. I guess they don't want you to get it off too easily. That will go back inside the box. So let's get a look at it from the front. We'll look at it. It's a 50 pint. It's a Keystone. And like I said, they've discontinued this model. They're just selling out what they have. They were marked about half price. So we'll probably run it in the house for a week or two before we try to set it up there. We want to make sure everything's good on it. Because, like I said, you got 90-day warranty. And it's got just some little warnings. Let's see what to say. Before use, remove the bucket and take the drain hose and adapter out. So it's basically telling you there's other parts inside here. Here is your drain hose. If you wanted to use just a hose, you don't want to use a garden hose. So this is, they sealed it. You'll just, basically you'll just screw this in and it'll drain out this. Or, instead of using this, if you want, you screw a hose onto it. That's what we'll be doing. This also comes on, I don't know if anybody's watched it, the Medea, which is a dehumidifier or an air conditioner or a fan all in one. So here's your bucket, roughly the same size as the other ones. So let's see where our filter's at. Your filter's actually right here on the top. That makes it convenient. The older Frigidaire, which you can see the video on that, is 2 or 3 years old. It was actually, you had to remove the bucket, pull the filter down here. The newer Frigidaires, the ones that replaced the model we got, if you've seen the video on those are in the back. So that made it nice, easy to get to. But you still had to pop the front off. This one you don't even have to pop anything off. You just pull it in and out. So that's kind of a neat feature. I will tell you that if you have dogs, these will need cleaned more often than if you don't have a dog. I've noticed it a lot more since we got the air purifiers. The dehumidifiers will send me a code. Basically, it'll light up and blink telling you that the filter needs clean. Blinking means, hey, keep an eye on it. The full red means it's going to shut down and have to clean it. But with the dehumidifiers and the air purifiers working together, the air purifier will kick. When you turn off the dehumidifier, the air purifier is going to shoot way up because apparently they're trapping air particles in the air as well. So this just pops back down in there. We could take these off, but I don't really know why we need to. I mean, it's not hurting anything. So I'm going to leave those on there for now. I'm assuming this is if you want to take the front off. I have no reason to take the front off. What we're going to do is we're going to run this and let you know how much water it picked up during the day. And we'll put that on the video as well. And we'll check the features. Now this one has a few different features than the other ones. The other ones you turn them on and set it. This has a timer just like the other ones. It has an auto defrost. It tells you when it's full. It has a turbo mode, which I'm assuming, let me double check before I give false information. That means it goes way faster. Oh, so let me get my bifocals real quick and I'll do some reading and let you guys see what it says. Okay. Each of these buttons. So the auto defrost. Filter button reminds you to clean the air filter. The fan turbo button controls the speed. You can either select high, normal, or low. The pump button activates the pump operations. This one does not have the pump button because it does say on certain models. Let's see. Filter, we've already done the filter, the fan. The mode, you're just picking what mode you want on. You can have continuous, you can have it cycle, or you can set what setting you want it at, and then this sets your timer, how long you can set it for, how long 2 hours, 4 hours, or 6 hours. It says that keep it between 40 and 55% humidity range. So you don't want to go under 40. Set at 40. over 55, then of course you got so much water, you start drawing moisture and stuff. So we're going to turn this on. We're going to see how it runs. I just have to figure where she wants me to put it. It is roughly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:15. The room that is probably the warmest in the house. I do notice in the wintertime you don't get near as much water, but we're still getting like 5 to 7 gallons. In the summertime we get a lot more. And we'll turn this on. Right now it's there's blowing the air out, so it's sucking in here, blowing it out there. Here's her handles. I do recommend rolling it because it's heavy to pick it up. So the fan is on high. There's low, high and low. So we'll leave it on low for now. Filter's good. What mode do we want it on? Continuous or comfort? So we're gonna put it on, is this comfort? So it stops at 40%. It's saying right now it's 42% in here. So we'll get back after 6 or 7 hours, see how much we got. We might not get as much as usual because like I said, we've had 4 of them running in here and it's only 42%. So when it gets 40, it's going to kick off. But we'll just tell you how it's running and what we've seen so far. So as you guys see, this is set on comfort. If it was on continuous, this would still be running. Since it's on comfort, it shut itself off. This one actually is set at 45 and not 40. So it will kick on and off as it feels like it needs to. So it's been roughly 4.5 hours. So we're going to see how much water we got in 4.5 hours. Let's go dump it out and see. Okay, so we're going to take a rough idea.
What's that, maybe 1 gallon?
This is a gallon jug right here. So I'd say that's probably about 3/4 of a gallon in 4 hours. So it's doing its job. So just based on what I've seen as far as quality goes, I will give this a high score. I mean, it's built pretty solid. It was a really good bang for the buck since it was half off. I made a mess when I was dumping the water, but Keystone, I'm going to give it a thumbs up and recommend it. Not really going to give it a star rating because we haven't had it long enough, but it is doing its job. It did pull out the water, and I'd say about 3/4 of a gallon and half a gallon, 3/4 in a little over 4 hours. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Thanks for watching.